wrapped in various forms of culture and ritual. All spiritual traditions in the world have one common essence, and this essence is the practice of prayer. Certainly, not all our prayers are answered to our satisfaction. That is because the more we externally invest in a particular outcome desired from prayer, the less likely that outcome will be forthcoming. And this is because our expectation for a specific outcome is not what prayer practice is about. Expectations are only projections of the mind that have little to do with prayer. So, therefore, it would be far different if we have something to offer in our prayers and release that to the inner silence within and have no expectations at all. And such practice will always lead to a result, not necessarily to what we have expected, but far more valuable, something we really need will come out of it. So the key point of prayer is not expectation. The key point of prayer is surrender. Surrender to the universe is the most essential operating principle in prayer. This is not an invitation to lead a passive life without any active participation. Real surrender is not passive. It is instead very dynamic. The rise of the active witness and stillness in action, and thereby all sorts of miraculous events can flow out of this kind of awakening, which is a kind of active and willful surrender. Daily life is part of this process. It's good if you're active and pursue your goals in life, but you have to surrender at the same time. Did you know that the more active you are in moving towards your goals, the more effective is your spiritual practice and your prayer too? And especially when you use code words or phrases with meaning stored deep in your consciousness through the seed of our language. There are wonderful code words to find in the sutras and in the mantras of the Sanskrit language, but also the Anglo-Saxon language provides very valuable code words. For example, you may have a dear relative or friend who is unwell, So you may wish to offer a prayer. You know their name, and you know that they are unwell. So deep within you, you have the essence of who that person is, such as contained in our consciousness. So, what is the best way to offer a prayer to this person? Do you think it has to be a long, drawn-out prayer? And if so, how would you surrender such a long petition into the stillness of your mind? So, you see, it's much better to do something far more simple. One way is a simple repetition of the person's name, faintly picking it up and then releasing it again into stillness. For example, Marika, Marika, Marika. You do that while holding the person's face in your mind's eye. Then you let it go for about 15 seconds, and then you call out the name again in a very faint way, always holding the face in your mind's eye. And then you let go again and again, and you do it for as many times as you feel appropriate, but not to the point of excess and strain. So everything we know about the person and all that is needed to enliven divine healing energy is contained in this simple procedure of releasing their name into divine stillness. If you do that for about 5 to 10 minutes, you can be certain that divine healing energy is all stirred up by your prayer. Don't forget to cultivate inner silence before that. Especially effective is the quiet mind you acquire after physical exercise. Yoga, which is a moving meditation, is especially effective prior to praying practice and can be very powerful. You then use this accumulated mental energy to make a gift, an offering to the universe, of course without expecting anything in return. But please also keep in mind, while you are dedicating yourself to others and helping them with your spiritual practice, you are opening more and more up and also accelerate your inner purification, and thereby you become more and more sensitive. So it's important as well that you get some rest afterwards. Otherwise, if you step out into your daily doings, you may easily become irritated. So make sure you switch from one mode into the other with a rest in between. And remember, the Guru dwells inside you.